Alright, what's going on, guys? So today is the day that we finally get back to the seat on this bike. This is pretty much the last thing we need to do, and then a few other smaller things. But today we're going to work on the seat. We're throwing out the fiberglass seat that I made a few episodes ago, and we're going to do a seat out of wood. So we're going to stick with the same style we did for the fiberglass seat. So there'll be the cafe racer hump and then just the seat right here. It's going to be a challenge. I don't really know how I'm going to do this, so I'm just kind of going to start and just go with the flow. So I've got these 4 pieces of wood, a splinter, pressed together, and this is what's going to be made for the hump. It's going to be pretty low profile. And then I also have, I'm going to put a piece of wood over all the electronics, but I don't want you to be able to see it from the edge. So if you're looking from the side, you'll only be able to see the hump, and then it'll just be seat. So this is going to be a work in progress, and we'll see how far we get. But yeah, let's jump right into it, and let's hope for the best. I have this long piece, which I think I'm going to cut a hole right here. Then I'll chop it to size, sand it down so that there's a base, and then I'll be able to play with it from there. So let me give you guys a little project checkup. So we ended up just cutting this out because the battery's just sticking a little too far up. And this is where I'm running into an issue. Because of this curve right here, the way this hoop leans up, I think this wood is just too thin to really be able to fit this groove, and then also fit this hoop without the hoop coming through the top. So let me cut this out first and then see what happens. And then if it's just gonna be a mess, I'm just gonna chop it right here and go from there. Alright guys, so this is what I came up with so far for the seat. This is just the base plan, so now we're going to work on the hump. I'm a little skeptical, I don't know how well this is going to work, but I'm just going to keep going through with it and try to make adjustments later. Like I said, I'm going to be doing another small piece on top that's going to have the cushion, so you won't be able to see any of this. These 2 pieces are, I feel like, are a little brittle, so I might end up throwing some fiberglass around these just to strengthen it a little bit. And then when I make this seat hump, I might also, instead of nailing it to this part, I might fiberglass it as well. So we'll see what happens. It's hard to tell exactly, but I'm seeing around like 170 to 175. So for now, I'm just gonna start with the 175, I think, and then go from there. Alright guys, so I got it about as close as I could get. It looks pretty good. There is just a little bit of space at the tail. I don't know if you can really tell. So next I'm going to carve the sides to length, and then we can put the seat lock back on and then start dremeling into here to make a cutout for the seat lock. Alright guys, so we got this cut out to fit the seat lock. So now let's throw it on, see if it fits. So now we're gonna get to shaping the hump. I've got some lines on the bottom, so I'm gonna cut off this chunk first, and then we'll shape it with a sander. Alright guys, so just to give a little update, I really didn't like how flat this hump was becoming, so I glued on a few pieces of extra wood. I know this looks like a mess, but stay tuned. Alright, what's up guys? So we're going to continue on shaping this cowl. It's coming out a lot better than I expected. It was definitely a little sketchy when we put on this extra piece of wood. So I got the Insta360, so hopefully I can incorporate a bunch of cool kind of angles. It's going to be a learning process, but I think it's going to pay off in the long run. So for now, I'm going to keep shaping this cowl, and then yeah, we'll go from there. Alright guys, so this is what we have so far. We have the rear cowl as well as this tray that's going to cover the electronics. So what I'm going to do now is lay fiberglass on this tray just to make it sturdier and connect it to this rear cowl. And my idea behind this is to lay, once that's done, to lay another piece of fiberglass on top of here, and that's going to be a removable seat. So that extra piece of fiberglass will have the cushion and the actual seat on it. So you won't be able to see any of this edge, it'll cover it. And then that will be connected to this whole cowl once it's connected. And it'll basically just be one piece, but the seat will be removable. My issue is that, like, if I was to make the seat only on this wooden piece, it's gonna look weird in the back trying to tuck it in these corners. So that's what I'm gonna do for now, and I'm gonna get this prepped for the fiberglass and we'll go from there. Alright guys, so we got this all prepped up. So now I'm going to lay the fiberglass. I'm going to try to size the piece to be just as big as this little pan here and enough to connect to the cowl. Alright, boom. So I have this bag on it just to weigh it down so that it'll be as tight to the bottom as it can, and then, yeah.
So we're gonna let this dry for a little bit and we'll check it out in a few. Alright guys, so this is how it's looking after the fiberglass. Looks pretty good, it's still a little wet, so I'm gonna add a few more layers in the creases and just the weak points. But I think I'm gonna call the video here just because it's already rounding up to about 10 minutes. I'm doing the editing as we speak. So that's gonna be it for this video. On the next video, I'm gonna do the actual seat and the cushioning and all that good stuff. So thanks for watching so far. If you're excited to see the next part, make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think of the wooden cowl so far. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next episode.